Does the moon look the same every day? No, it doesn't. The moon goes through phases. These are caused by how we see the sun's light reflecting in the moon. So the moon doesn't make its own light. Even though that full moon looks super, super bright, it's not the moon making that light. It's reflecting from the sun. So since the moon goes around the Earth, it's in a different position every night during the whole rotation around the Earth. So this causes the way we see that light being reflected, that causes it to change, and so the moon appears different. And that's why we see the moon phases, which is the different shapes of the moon. So when we first start out the moon cycle, it starts with no moon in the sky. That's called a new moon. After the new moon, the moon starts to get bigger, and it starts by getting this shape, which is called a crescent. And after the crescent moon, we get to a half circle shape, and this is called the first quarter. So there's a first quarter and a last quarter, and that means that it's a half circle. After the first quarter, the moon keeps getting bigger, and we end up with this shape, which is a gibbous, which is like the half moon, but there's more puffed out on the side that was flat. So after it's a gibbous, it becomes a whole circle, and that is a full moon. So those are those really bright, full circle moons that you see in the sky. After it's a full moon, though, it has to get small again so that it can be a new moon again. After the full moon, it goes back to a gibbous, and then it's another half circle, which is the last quarter that I talked about. And then after that, it's a crescent again. And after it's the crescent, it's no moon. And then it's a new moon again. And then it starts all over. This cycle takes about 28 days. When the moon is getting bigger, that's called waxing. And when the moon is getting smaller, that's called waning. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make a moon book about the phases of the moon. All right, so we're going to make our moon sky book now. And to make your moon sky book, we're going to make it out of one piece of paper. And the only other thing you're going to need are some scissors. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by folding it in half hot dog style. And then we're going to make sure that it's got a good crease. Then we're going to fold that in half hamburger style. So now it's folded into quarters. And we're going to fold it one more time, hamburger style again. So now it's folded into 8 layers. Okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to unfold it. So see, it's got all these nice creases, and we're going to fold it, the whole thing, in half, hamburger style. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and see this crease right down the middle that goes halfway down. We're going to cut that. So we're going to follow the crease halfway down, and now it looks like this. So we're going to unfold it again. We're going to fold it hot dog style, and then pop it together like this, and voila, you have made a book. So after you've made your booklet, you can decorate your moon book. So I decorated mine with a picture of the moon, and then inside I started with a new moon, which is when there's no moon that you can see, and then went to waxing crescent, which is when it's less than half full, then first quarter, then waxing gibbous. Gibbous is when it's more than a quarter but not all the way full, and then a full moon, and then the last quarter. And those are my moon phases.